So you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying what it's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
if you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
You will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
Psalm 119, verse 59 and 60.
Yeah.
Right, you said you knew about this for a minute, though, right? A while. How long is a while? No?
I just was like, I hear about it here and there, but then, people try to make me sound crazy, so I was just
when you read it, like,
But
okay.
I read it in Deuteronomy. I read the whole Deuteronomy.
How long ago?
Like, last year.
Last year?
Like last year.
Did you believe it last year?
I mean, it made sense, like, everything it was saying. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is us, like, like, ships and, being scattered through the earth and not knowing who you are.
Right.
Like, when you look at it, like, Mexicans know who they is, Spanish people still, but black people, like, we don't know who we are. We don't know, like, where we're from. We were born here.
Right.
Everyone else, they come from Mexico, Puerto Rico, they come from all over.
Well,
Haiti.
That's not where they're from neither, right? The so-called Hispanics, Native Indians, so-called Native Indians. Those are our brothers, right?
Really?
Bring it out.
All right, give me Romans 8:16.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
The Spirit itself beareth witness
Does what?
Beareth witness with our spirit
that
we are the children of God.
That's why when you read Deuteronomy 28, you see those curses, they don't fit everybody. Right. When you read those curses only fit the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
I figured that because, like, it didn't say, like, Spanish, but it was, like, telling you, like, different stuff that they were doing and different, I guess, territories they got to take over once they beat a nation.
Yeah, because
I read
America, they colonized. You know what colonize is? You know what a colonizer does? What do they do?
Basically, like, sectional, I don't know, divide.
Colonize. Like, you ever heard of conquistadors?
No.
The British,
yeah.
When they came over here, where they, or the English, when they came to America, what were they doing to the so-called natives?
I don't know.
You don't know? They killed millions of the American land, the land that it called America, guess what? It used to belong to who? It used to belong to Gad, so-called Native Indians. It used to belong to Issachar, so-called Hispanics, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 5.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33.
I got you.
So,
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33.
Got you.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Were what?
Oppressed together.
Because in this land, Israel would be northern kingdom, Judah is going to be southern kingdom, so-called blacks. Israel is going to be the northern kingdom, which is the Hispanics and the Native Indians. They are what?
Oppressed together.
Because in 1492, Christopher Columbus came over here and he did what to the people? It wasn't just Christopher Columbus. He had Ponce de Leon, Hernan Cortez, Coronado. We got all these people that came over from Spain or England. They came over here conquering. They call it the what? They call it the New World. They came over here to conquer and colonize. This means they came over here to destroy your culture. They took away your nationality, your identity. They put Thomas, Jones, Gonzalez, Enriquez. Guess what? They enslaved you. They put their names on you. You understand that? Your names would no longer be Israel, right? It'll be Williams, Jefferson. You'll be named after all these people that had slaves after them. Masterton, guess what? He wouldn't let you keep your last name. Why do you think that was?
Oh, no.
Think you ever seen Roots? 12 Years a Slave? Never seen Roots. How old are you?
30.
12 Years a Slave? You ever seen Birth of a Nation?
TV like that.
Any slave movies?
Probably when I was little. I don't like watching them because they just bother me, so I just don't watch.
What you got in limitations? Go ahead.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. For our inheritance is turned to strangers.
It's what?
Is turned to
Our
strangers.
inheritance was turned to strangers. How did that happen? When those people came over here, they colonized. Because guess what? They started here. You had the original 13 colonies. The flag, whatever, right now used to have 13 stars. Used to be in a circle. They came over here, but it was just 13 colonies that they came over here. They came from England, right? England, right? England was their monarchy. They had a king. Came over here. Guess what? They rebelled. They rebelled against their king, right? They started the American Revolutionary War. You ever heard of that? They started fighting against. They fought against. Oh man, you need to. Hey, they fought against their masters. They fought against the monarchy, which was England. All right. So guess what? Once they did that, they got free from their masters from England. They did the 1776. Everybody celebrates it every year. What day is that?
What is it again?
1776. Their Independence Day.
Oh, Independence Day.
What day is that? 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
All right.
See, listen, also, like, I know that we don't supposed to be celebrating all these holidays, so I just stopped. You know, because I knew one day I was going to really find out the truth, but I really didn't know all the truth. But, like, I know that Bible is, like, talking to us because it's just common sense. So, I heard stuff about pagan holidays, all of that, so I'm not in the holidays anymore. I don't know why they was created. I never asked why. I just stopped celebrating.
So, okay, I'm going to show you how Northern Kingdom, they got here first. Because, you know, Mexico, all that, Texas, they used to belong to Issachar, so-called Mexicans. You know that, right?
I guess.
Remember the Alamo, all this other stuff? Oh,
I
man.
don't.
You went to school here in Florida?
Yeah, I did. I don't even remember learning about this stuff.
Right,
But
come
I
on.
do have a bad memory.
It's all right. Come
I
on.
graduated.
Book of
at
2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, who Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. And so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves.
All right, so they went to captivity with the king of Assyria. He took them back to Assyria, all right? And then guess what? They took counsel among themselves and said what?
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
That was America. They left Assyria. Guess what? They went further into a country where?
Where never mankind dwelt.
So they were the first ones to inhabit this land. Those 10 tribes, that's Northern Kingdom. The Hispanics and Native Indians. They went where?
Where never mankind dwelt.
Read the scripture again. 14.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40.
Verse what?
Verse 40.
13, verse 40. So they went. This is the apocrypha.
So it's not in the regular Bible.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
there was
name
a
of the
bishop's
book?
Bible, and guess what? They did a 1611 King James Version, which has the apocrypha in it. A lot of Catholic churches, they still have the Bible with the apocrypha in it. Apocrypha just means hidden books. This was taken out. All right, it was taken out. This tells about our captivity. The Persian and Mede captivity goes into the Greek captivity. Goes into why we call ourselves Greeks and Gentiles. But it was taken out of the Bible. What we're reading right now is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 40. It's going into the history of how our Northern Kingdom brothers, so-called blacks and Hispanics, came over on this side. Remember what he said? He said, never were mankind what?
Where never mankind dwelt.
So when Esau came over here, he conquered it, and they say they discovered this land. Is that a lie or is that a truth?
A lie?
Why?
Because they didn't.
Why not?
Because it was already someone else.
Correct. He said never mankind dwelt. They were the first ones to inhabit this land. That's why when they came here, they seen Native Indians on the shore, and natives were looking at the ships coming up to America.
So Native. So oh my gosh. So all of us.
All right. So come on, keep reading.
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Come on.
And they entered into Euphrates.
Where?
Euphrates.
The Euphrates is where? Because remember, the officer went over how, yeah, we're from Africa, but it's Israel. You understand that, right? You know where the Euphrates is at? It's the backside of Africa. It's the river that flows out of the backside of Africa. It goes into the Indian River. The Indian Ocean on the backside of Africa. Come on.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
All right, because Euphrates, that river leads all the way to the Indian Ocean. You know what the Indian Ocean is? There's India, then there's the backside of Africa. You know the country of India?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go.
Because from the backside of Africa, you ever seen that Horn of Africa? No? You know what Africa looks like?
Yeah, it's a little, it looks like a...
Come on now. All right. This right here, this is Africa.
Let me see. If
This is the Horn. This is the backside of Africa. Euphrates is on the backside.
Okay.
They came down this backside, and it said it took them a year. How long? Come on.
For through that country
It was a great way to go.
there was a great way to go.
So they came down this backside, the river Euphrates. When you look it up, you get time. It's the backside of Africa. And they came down here, past that Horn. They went down the country, and they came back this way. When they come back this way, guess what you got? South America. You got the islands, right? Then you got North America. Come on.
For through that country there was a great way to go.
Come on.
Namely, of a year and a half.
It took them a year and a half to get from, guess what? The river Euphrates, that backside of Africa, all the way over here to what they call the Americas. Come on.
And the same region is called Arsarit.
It was, before they called it America, it was called Arsarit, which means what? New world or new land. All right? That's what it was called before Amerigo Vespucci. They say he discovered America, and they named America after Amerigo Vespucci. He was an Italian, right? So that's who America is named after. That's when you say I'm American, you're calling yourself Italian, right? When you say I'm African American, Africa was conquered by Leo Scipio Africanus.
So
all right?
what should I say I am?
Officer went over it, right? So what tribe would you
You're
be?
saying that I'm Judah.
I'm not saying. The Bible is saying
Well,
that
we
you
are
are from the tribe of Judah. Give me Jeremiah 14:2.
So that's what I'll say, right? Like,
Yeah, because okay, so
when they say what's your nationality,
you're gonna
what
say,
would you say?
what's your nationality? You're an Israelite,
Okay.
right? What tribe are you from? You're from what?
Judah.
All right, because America means what?
The man name, whatever his
It's an
name
Italian
is.
man. His
Yeah,
name is
yeah.
Amerigo Vespucci.
So,
Africa
yeah.
was conquered by Leo Scipio Africanus. He was a white general. He conquered Hannibal during the Second Punic Wars, all right? So he was also an Italian, white man. So when you say I'm African American, you're saying what?
I don't know, but I just
Calling
know
yourself
that
white.
I'm supposed to.
You're calling yourself white. You're calling yourself two white men by two different continents.
Right. I just know that
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Hey, it says Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish. Come on.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
What color is Judah?
They are black.
What color is Judah?
They are black.
What about you? What color is Judah? They are black. Give me on Song of Solomon chapter 1, verse 5.
I'm coming up with like.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, you learn it. This is more important than anything else. Trust me.
I know my
Before you
mama
go, you
get
need to
out
learn who you are, what you need to do to come back. All right? And your nationality. Come on.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
I am what?
I am black. But comely.
You know who King Solomon was?
He was black, right?
Right? He was black, but do you know who he was?
He was a king.
All right. And whose son was he?
David.
King David's son. So if King Solomon's saying that he's black, what color is his father going to be?
Black.
All right. You understand? Job 30 and 12. So now we understand that Judah is what color?
Black.
Solomon is what color? David is what color? His father. You going to be somebody different than what your father is? Different color? Oh, come on.
Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
It's what?
My skin is black upon me.
This is the prophet who?
Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30.
What color is Job?
Black.
Come on.
Job 30 and 30.
Come on.
My skin is black upon me.
Alright, so stop.
Is that in the King James version?
That's the King James version. Alright?
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.